Well, good morning and welcome to another eXp Explained, specifically for New Zealand. So, I do have someone that will be coming along this morning to basically explain how everything has happened for them, how their journey has gone, and they have a fantastic story to tell. But without further ado, eXp Explained, APAC. eXp Realty is something that came across my desk 5 years ago. It was only just coming to the country over here in Australia. Being originally from the South Island in New Zealand, I had been waiting probably 17 years for something like this um, to come across my desk, to be out there in the real estate space. So again, the whole ethos is to be the most agent centric business across the planet when it comes to being there for agents. And 85,000 plus agents across 26, nearly 27 countries cannot all be wrong. When I came into this space, of course, there are things that I really loved about it, from the collaboration and the community. So let's talk about collaboration first. 40% of all of my business comes from within the eXp ethos, whether that is in country or from another country across the globe. 40% of my business. That's huge. Let's talk about community, because yesterday I read a comment on Facebook from somebody who said it wasn't until they left eXp that they really missed the culture and community of eXp. And how I guess I relay that to people is you get to be independent but supported. You get to be independent but never lonely. You get to have your own brand and really own the business, but you've got this wonderful, huge global support system with training, people there to help you, people there to talk to, um, everything at your fingertips. And of course, there are some wonderful freedoms that come with that as well. For instance, I don't have to attend sales meetings, I don't have to go to caravans. My goals are the goals that someone else is going to help me work towards, right? It's not, as a company, we want you to achieve this. Instead, that is flipped and reversed. And it's something that not a lot of people really understand at first until they are inside of eXp. But I refer to it as you, the agent, are our customer. And we are here in service of you. And that is vastly different to what most people are experiencing out there. So, again, I know this says 24 countries. This is not that old, these slides, but we've since opened another couple of countries since. And I do believe there is number 27 on the list. Phenomenal growth. eXp has only been up and running since 2009. So when you look at the global reach, the global growth as a whole, it's vast. It's huge, actually. From the United Kingdom to all the way across to Australia, the USA, Canada, we're everywhere. We just opened in Peru. We just opened in Turkey, was our most recent opening. So many different countries across the globe. Sorry, guys. I think that was my internet connection for some reason. So be your own brand. You, as I said here, you can launch your own brand. If you already have an independent brand, so let's just say you're currently an independent, we know that all the costs are skyrocketing across the globe. I cannot, for the life of me, replace what I get here at eXp um, for anything less. In fact, it's probably double. And I'll go ahead and say that eXp pays me per annum more than what I pay them. So listen out for me talking a little bit more on that. So you get all of your platforms that you need in order to do real estate. This is your vehicle in order to do business across the globe. Okay. Um, you can also sell three of your own properties or people who are close to you. So it might be mum, dad, cousin, best friend, so on. Three of those per annum without charging a fee. Now, I recently spoke to somebody else about that, and they said that the people they were looking at going with were actually going to charge them a discounted fee of 1.5% plus GST and a transaction fee and marketing. Training and development. So we have ongoing education here. We have both local training and we have global training. It depends on what sort of training you want. So we've got training programs that are aimed at listing and selling more properties. We've got programs that are angled more towards growing a team. One of the big things that I want to bring up here is we have just released a 10-step blueprint to independence. Now, what I mean by that is there are a lot of agents that are currently at Harcourt, Bailey's, Ray White, all these different franchise groups, right? But they're scared. There's a fear factor, right, of going out on your own. There's a fear factor of independence. There's a fear factor of being lonely and not being supported. And so, what we have done at eXp is we've actually doubled down on what we are doing and offering. So, not only do we have the training and the development, we now have that blueprint at the beginning. So, that 10-step process to help you and guide you with checklists. We will do your rebranding and remarketing, including websites, logos, business cards, everything. So if you are interested, please get hold of us, life@exp.co.nz. Find out how we can guide you through that process. Now, this is how cool we are, or how cool I think we are. Even if you choose not to partner your business with eXp, you can still have that blueprint. I know. I know. I know. You can still have that blueprint and you can still go independent. Obviously, we wouldn't do all the rebrand for you, but you can have all of that. And there's checklists and you name it, it's in there. So we're all about helping. And I always believe that who leads a company as a CEO, as leadership, is vital. And so, what I've learned over 17 years of real estate is the buck usually stops with these people. And when I look at who leads here, from Glenn Sanford to Leo to Adam Day over in the UK and people like Felix Bravo, just wonderful, wonderful people. And they're always thinking about how can we add value for our business partners that are connected with eXp. Not how can we make more, how can we take more, how can we add value? And when you're part of a company that comes from that space, it's just so different. to be a part of. It really is. And I never see me leaving here. So I'm a lifer, as they say. Um, Collaborate and connect. So we have an entire virtual world. We have meetings in that world. We have large scale and small scale meetings. We have, big auditoriums where we can host meetings. We have small little offices. Some people use the world all the time. Some people don't. That's cool too. You can make an avatar. You can make your avatar look as suave or casual as you please, and you can change them all the time. And it's just a really great space to feel support. And so if I'm on the road or I'm at home in my office and I need something and I can't actually get what I need right there and then on the spot because someone's busy, I can just jump into the world. I can find the answer or I can find someone to help. And for me, again, that's vital. Collaboration tools. So we have just made the move from workplace chat to Slack. And this is I guess, the communication channels that we use. Again, there's lots of information here, lots of collaboration, brainstorming, events, everything in between. It's just a really together space, which is really nice. And it's nice to feel supported, and it's nice to know that you can get what you need when you need it and not have to wait days and days. Because I've heard those stories from many of you who are watching this. One of the things that we get with our eXp subscription is Canva Enterprise. And so there is so much in this space. For those of you who haven't seen Canva's new release, you need to. It's phenomenal. So they're now doing web pages. They've got AI inserted, much like so. You can create a page now by talking to Canva as like with AI, almost as if it was Gamma or Lovable. If you don't know those two pieces of technology, please go and look them up because they're fantastic and fabulous. But here we have everything created for us. So again, when you're in New Zealand, you'll get an invite not only to Canva, but the New Zealand Canva folder. So there are all of these wonderful templates that are all done for you. But of course, you've gone through the process of a rebrand. And therefore, you may have a whole lot of new templates that have been rebranded for you during that process. So we can actually just create you your own folder and send it through. I know. It's amazing. One of the other cool things that we also get, and I was hoping that that the agent would be able to join me, but they sell a lot of properties and therefore they tend to get busy. Fixer, FYXER, fixer.ai. Now, when you become either an icon agent here at eXp or a capped agent. So most agents will be making 140K or writing 140K per annum, right? At that point is when you get fixer.ai and you get it for free. And the people that are now attaching it into their emails, and I got a wonderful, incredible email through yesterday from this agent, and we had just been in a meeting with some new people who are going to be connecting their business with eXp in partnership. And that whole meeting was almost recorded as if you had fireflies. So it's picked up that meeting, done its own notes, and then obviously as this agent has come out of said meeting, It's been there in the drafts ready for this agent to hit send because that's what Fixer does. Wow. So answering emails as you sleep. So if you didn't have to spend an hour a day answering emails and that now took 15 minutes, that's another 45-minute call session. That's another face-to-face meeting with a seller, a buyer, a developer, or an agent who may want to partner with you and join your team. So that's huge. And again, technology and AI saves time. Inside of that time, you can choose how you spend that time. And that's the important piece of the pie. AI and technology will never replace you as the human, but it will absolutely save you time. So those of you that really want an office, you can go and get your own office. There's nothing to stop you from having a serviced office, a big whopping huge office for yourself. Sky's the limit. You tell us what you want. We will help you to achieve it. However, we do have a partnership on a global scale with Regus. So you can go into any Regus office across the globe and you have a cool little app that you can go into, and it will tell you all the ins and outs to it. You get that when you on board and partner with eXp. So you can go in there at your leisure, you make yourself a cup of coffee, you can take calls, use the internet, and so on. If you have somebody coming in where you wanted to have a face-to-face meeting, then you can book a room and get a discounted price for that. We don't have a huge amount that I'm aware of that do those face-to-face meetings at Regus. I know a lot of people do go into the Regus spaces and then they sort of hop out of Regus, go downstairs or whatever to a cafe or a restaurant or something like that when they are having that meeting. But again, it is there for you to utilize. And it's in 120 different countries. We're not even yet open in 120 different countries. Wait for it though. So as I said, if you are ready to discover for yourself today what all this could look like, what the 75 to 100% commission could look like, what the own brand can look like, what it can look like from a lead generation space, what it can look like from that blueprint space, and helping you to go from where you're sitting at the moment, getting somewhere from 50 to 70%, usually. That's just a standard. Paying franchise fees and not having your own brand and building somebody else's brand, because the moment that you leave or walk out of someone else's business, they own it all. And some of the biggest issues that I feel agents are actually facing is the fact that some of us have been working for 25 years and we still don't own a single one of those relationships. And the moment that we walk out the door is the moment that that business, and rightly so because they own it, get somebody on the phone to call through every relationship that you have spent the last 25 years making. And for me, I didn't want to continue to build someone else's business and someone else's brand. I wanted a vehicle though, because I didn't want to do it all by myself, and I certainly didn't want to do trust accounting. So if you are ready to do a discovery call and see if this is for you, and you are for us, because not everybody can join what I refer to as the coolest club on the face of the planet. So discover eXp, head across to lifeatexp.co.nz, have a look at what we've got on there. Just fill out a little form. One of us will be in touch with you really, really fast. And it depends on where you are in the country, right? So I will usually speak to you, but if you're at the bottom end of the country, I am not going to have someone who cannot meet with you face to face for a coffee call you from Auckland, and vice versa. Okay. So head across to lifeatexp.co.nz Discover for yourself what this can look like for you. Because I can tell you, in a real estate capacity, I have never made as much money, been as happy, loved who I'm working with as much, because I kind of get to choose that. I have 85,000 plus colleagues. I probably love 5,000 of them. I may not know the rest. So this is just an incredible, incredible place to be. Discover it for yourself today, I urge you, because again, like I said, never been happier, never made as much money, and never been as free, never had quite this much choice. So thank you for listening in. We'll make sure that this is on YouTube so that you can go back and have a look at it when you need to. And again, lifeatexp.co.nz. Discover this for yourself. See if it's going to work for you. Zero obligations. And at the very least, you could get for yourself that wonderful blueprint to independence. Talk to you soon.